It's MOTUesday. Let's go. We're opening Raphael and Leonardo from the Turtles of Grayskull Masters of the Universe series. Masters of the Universe by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I think it should be Turtles by Masters, but that's how they wrote it. Two more turtles. This is the three turtles from the first two waves, which I don't understand why we're missing one. Which one is missing? Raphael is my favorite turtle. I think it's because red's my favorite color. He's looking real good in the box here. Big comics on the back. They take up a lot of space of the back of the card. That's cool. The deluxe square boxes, I don't know how, where, when I'm going to get those. I think they're Target exclusives. Maybe... I don't know. I still can't figure that out. I do have one. I know some Smiths in Europe, and I do have some coming from there, and I do have a Trapjaw. He's the only one I have left to open now. He is from Mattel Creations, I believe, from what I remember. Leonardo in blue. Looking good. He's dressed like He-Man. He's dressed like Ram-Man. Something that I figured out later on is that this is the Ram-Man wave with two Ram-Mans and two Shredders. Shredder. And then we have two Men-at-Arms and two He-Men. That's just how they're doing it. So I accidentally opened up the two translucent figures together because I love translucent figures. That's why I'm most excited to get Moss Man. But I will have to compare Ram-Man to Ram-Man and He-Man to He-Man. But they're also just cool turtles. Oh, and it looks like Leonardo will be able to look like a turtle. And I think his hat comes off too, so Raphael might be able to look like a turtle too. It's really strange that they did not take his helmet off, and he always has to have Man-at-Arms helmet on. That's not cool. I noticed that they do have the band. Let's open these up. Where are my scissors? Oh no. Oh no. I'm going to use my Turtles of Grayskull scissors, which I shouldn't be using because it makes it harder to open these. I didn't show you this comic, did I? Look at that. Look at these great comics. Any characters that we're not getting? I've at least done it while I cut this open. Alright, so we're getting two different mini comics, but I've already opened the mini comics. I should have had my binder ready to show you. Do you know if the Wave 3 and 4 are out yet? I actually just on Instagram saw a Wave 4 figure He-Man in a suit. I don't know what he's wearing. He's wearing like a smock or something, and it looks so good. Can't wait to get that. I ordered these from Big Bad Toy Store. You can get them on Amazon if you're lucky. The turtles are so big compared to standard Masters of the Universe characters. This comic book is glued in here. I'm going to deal with taking that out later. I'll be able to take that. Since I've shown it before, I won't show it that time. Oh, it's on a slant. It's bad. But I will show my schematic drawing, which I love those. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice in my box that my comic book was off-centered and it's really glued in badly. That sucks. Because I like to collect those comics. I like to stick them in my binder. I like to flip the pages. I mentioned the last time that there's 6 I don't know, I guess there's 12 pages, so I have to use more. There's only 4 pages in the normal Masters of the Universe comic books, but in the Turtles comic books, there are 12 pages. So when I stick them in my binder, I have to use a whole other sheet of plastic coverings. I'll show you, not in this video, but in an upcoming video. I have showed it before in Masters of the Universe video, but at least we can look at this comic book today. This might be my favorite comic book just because that He-Man is so cool looking with his translucentness. And he's at the end of this comic book, but that's what the art looks like. If you haven't seen me flip through one of these, you never watched any of these other videos, why you want to watch me struggle opening a package for, I don't know how long that took, 5 minutes. But look at this artwork. And it's so cool for a Canadian to see a speech bubble, because they take away the speech bubbles for the international releases. And I'm still not sure if there is an international release for the Turtles. I have to maybe order one from Amazon Canada and see. That is the cool translucent He-Man. And this is what he looks like. Wait, where is he? Oh, he's buried. He's right here. Oh yeah, we get to find out. Just like the 2 Man-at-Arms had weapons that went together. Is this going to happen? I thought that explained why, and it doesn't. That is so strange. Why did they do that? They gave this Man-at-Arms the Man-at-Arms axe. So I assumed that they were going to give this Man-at-Arms the other half of the Man-at-Arms axe. Oh, did they? No. No, they did not. They gave, what are those things called? Katanas? Okay, this is cool how they made one a permanent hand fixture, and they made this one, but it doesn't plug into the other Man-at-Arms, which is, I was assuming if they did it with the Man-at-Arms one, they would do it with the Ram Man one. You know what they say about assuming. Okay, so, again, I'm going to assume that this plugs into here. Oh yeah, look, you can even, I've noticed that too. They've got the indents for the fingers. We saw that yesterday on a mask, but that does go in there pretty good. And it's kind of a fisto-jitsu kind of hand extension thing. And then he's got one to hold on to. I have to get Frogmonger out one day and see if these are the exact hands. They're probably not. They're probably a new made hand, but same thing. 3 fingers. Frogs and turtles have very similar hands, I guess. It's an amphibian thing. Are turtles amphibians? So here we go. Raphael, looking huge, bulky, shield. Oh yeah, these come off. And it's a shield, and it's a turtle shell at the same time. That's amazing. Is it the same mold? That I'm curious about. It is. They use the exact same shield. It is colored differently. This is slightly darker brown. Maybe. I think it is. On camera this one looks lighter, but it could just be my lighting. Maybe they're the same color. Nonetheless, they're cool. I do like the consistency. I like when they reuse parts. I am curious about this helmet, but before we take him off, let's look at this other guy, Leonardo. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, these are the katanas. Katana. They're really cool. Oh, they're so different from, oh wow. Oh, that is so smart. Okay, so at least with the Ram Man we didn't have the two joining pieces, but with this they made them come together as one. Oh wow, and look what they did with the, oh wow, hilt, whatever. Okay, I'm never taking it apart again, so because it is, they're really flimsy as single pieces, and they did put a little bit of sculpt on them, and he, Leonardo was supposed to have two swords, and the handle is super thin, so it's very loose to fit in his hand. Maybe you can twist it a little bit and fit it in. What is this? They've been doing that. Do we have to put that on one arm like Ram Man? Yeah, you gotta put it on the one that of course I put the sword on. This goes on here. These aren't staying on. Sometimes they stay on well, sometimes they don't. Maybe they're just not pushed up far enough. I think they're just not pushed up far enough. You gotta really jam those in. His arms can't move down once you do that. He also has the cloth or the fur on the end there. And then again, this goes on here. Oh, you have to take off his hand to get this on. I think this is the narrower bit. Okay, we do have to see them in their full glory. Ugh. Turtle power. So he's got a man-at-arms arm. I do notice that they're doing that. They're not all necessarily one in the same way that he has a fisto, claw fist. They do like to incorporate the features of other Masters of the Universe figures into this world. But, I mean, I do wish that these swords were a little thicker for when they are divided. So, and now that they snap together, let's see, they're so thin, and now that they snap together so well. Let's just take a look at this and see that they did put some mold and art inside there. Now that's going to be covered up, and it is really cool where the two sides make the two little spiky these two things, these two prongs. But this snaps together like I'm manufacturing a toy. Probably won't ever split that apart again because I can't even get in there. I'd be worrying about breaking it. Yeah, it's so snug, which has been a problem. That toys don't fit together very well. This one fits together too well. Yeah, and it's a beautiful sword. That is never coming apart again. And then here is the reason why. Oh, it doesn't fit. Maybe a singular one would fit. Oh, you can really jam it in there, which I probably shouldn't do because we're gonna either scratch off paint or wear out plastic or scratch plastic. But that's the last time I do that, and then it's the last time that I will ever see this in two pieces. Does this fit into his hand? Okay, yeah. And then that fits into his hand perfectly, and that's a good grip on that. So Leonardo with the L on his chest. and the He-Man loincloth, and the blue straps on his boots, and also the same shield that plugs into the peg system. Very cool. It took me forever to get Shredder's harness back on. It was horrible. I kind of heated it up. I did all kinds of things, but in the end, I just had to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I'll never take that off again. He is the only turtle figure that I think looks the best with everything on, like all of his weapons and stuff. He looks so good. I don't want to change him. But the other ones I enjoy, like in different forms, because they look cool in other forms. Speaking of which, let's do it. Let's look at him one more time before I take off his shell shield. Can I put that back in? Squeeze that back in again. I like this fur. We've seen that fur piece before. Which way does the shell go? I don't know if it matters or not. I like how they did that with the fur. Who's the other guy? The Man-at-Arms one. I think it's a totally different sculpt because it has a different shape to it, as far as I can tell right now. It could be just bent differently. No, it's the same one. Look, you can tell by the molds they use the same fur. I like that. That's a really cool barbaric touch to that, but let's strip them down again. So like I said, these are loose. I think maybe you can jam them up a little bit more, a little tighter, so that they'll stay on. For the most part, they come off. This is his loincloth comes off. Most of them don't have little tabs for the turtle line where they just slip up. It's a solid piece. There's no fastener and unfastener. And then we do have the traditional legs, and they do have like frog feet, and the blue painted on the leg warmers. It's kind of funny, I have to admit. But how turtly can these turtles look is always my question. And why do we have one of these turtles, the same peg system like that? You have to take his waist off, you have to take his head off to get him off. Why is one turtle not able? Why did we not get all three turtles in the first two waves? Is one question that I have. Why does one turtle always have to wear a helmet while the other ones look like themselves? This is not removable like He-Man. He-Man's is removable. Wait, maybe it is. I'm assuming it's not. It might come out. It might come out, but I'm not going to pull it out. It is a separate piece. It could be glued in. I like how they put this turtle shell on the back here. I wish they would have made it so that you could plug this onto their back too. That would have been cool. But at the same time, maybe I don't, because this does look cool, and he does look all buff and turtley the way he is, and his body wouldn't look the same like that with the turtle shell. I don't think. I mean, it could. Yeah, no, there'd be nothing wrong with putting a peg system, but then would this operate as a shield? No. Could have they put some kind of extenders on there so you could put this on back here? I don't know. It would be nice to have that option. Even though I do like this look. This is your traditional turtle. It's not bad. It kind of looks like a turtle. It kind of looks like a better turtle. I also mentioned in one of the last videos that it is, their turtles are smaller than Masters of the Universe. So it is funny that they're even bigger now because of the size of their heads and stuff. Their shoulders, I mean, this is an extreme example, but the one big difference between the Origins and the original Masters of the Universe is that the shoulders are a bit more bulbous. So, I mean, this is a good exaggeration of that. But it also doesn't prove my point that the turtles look so much bigger because this He-Man has really large arms. Is there another one I can pull up that's in here? Here's the other turtle. We'll need to show him in the rest of this video. Oh yeah, here we go. Standard Man-at-Arms next to this turtle looks, I don't know, his body looks bigger, I guess, because of his chest plate kind of thing happening, and his head is ginormous. I mean, Man-at-Arms head's ginormous too. So anyway, they look big. They should be smaller because turtles are smaller, but maybe not. I'm not complaining because they look fantastic. And let's strip this guy down now. So we know how that works. We know how this works. These are pretty cool. And then we know how this works. That comes off. Oh, do we want to mix that up? Oh, that's why we have 3 turtle shells. We have 3 turtles. Only 3 turtles so far. Okay, so unlike the Man-at-Arms helmet, the Ram-Man helmet comes off. So, what is up with that? Whoa. I don't know. I think they might be making more turtles with different costumes, so hopefully we get one that's more, transformable. This is a hard shell. That's not something we see in body armor very often. I don't know why they didn't make this in rubber. It's interesting to see that it fits on really nicely. It's surprising to see that they can do something that fits on so nicely, because that's not always happening. That's really cool. And then this shoulder pad, again, it's kind of a Man-at-Arms thing. That one fits on super well, but that comes off. And then we can put his head back on. Oh, and then take his waist apart and take off this loincloth thing. And there we go. We got a Raphael in Masters of the Universe form. Kind of barbaric. We got furry underwear, furry anklets. Okay, because his boots have holes in the bottom. I mean, they're kind of cool, despite his helmet. And then, why didn't we get the 4th turtle? Whoever it is. Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo. That's who we want, right? Where's Mikey? Mikey is orange. We're missing him. Where is he? He is announced. I believe he's announced in one of the upcoming. He must be in the 3rd wave. Anyway, these are cool. I stripped down the turtles. They're awesome. I didn't do the Ram-Man comparison for some reason. Oh, no, I showed you Ram-Man. I guess I should have showed you Ram-Man with Ram-Man, but I'm not dressing him up again. But these are the 2 Ram-Mans from the series. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not going to open up Trapjaw. I probably won't open up Trapjaw until I get the full set of the ones that can build whoever this guy is. Metalbot. See that? I don't know how many you need. I don't know. I got 1 of 4. Oh, there we go. I have to get all 4, and we'll open them all together. That is going to be an epic video. Moosejaw. Trapjaw. Very, very cool. This is very cool. I love the deluxe boxes. I have to say that too. So much better than those big cards with the stuff all over it that they're really hard to cut off. This you can even put back in the package, and that's amazing. They should make all of the figures in boxes like this, or at least with those slide-out cards that they're doing now with the Origins that you buy from Mattel Creations. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Definitely, we'll try to do next Monday for more Mutu Monday and MOTUesday podcast. Bye.